What's up, everybody? Super Crazy AM here, bringing up the NBA 2K14 My Team video. Guys, it's been a while since I actually uploaded a gameplay, man. I've been doing a ton of pack openings, and I'm gonna have more this week. I didn't do a video yesterday, but it's alright, it's all good. Like I said, I'm gonna have pack openings this week, so don't worry about yesterday's mishap. But I will have a video rest of this week, so don't worry about that, fellas. But I do want to talk about, cheesy moves that, have been in the NBA 2K series, as far as I can remember. Along with cheesy players, to use and play with. I remember there was just so many cheesy moves that, would go on in 2K. And I mean, just to start off a few, I don't know which 2K this was in, but it was I think it was like 2K7 or 2K, one of those, where literally like all you would have to do is it didn't matter what player you had, all you had to do was get to the paint, basically press Y to do a spin move, and you would instantly you would either juke your person, or you would completely lose him and have an easy layup, or they could draw a charge. That's when charges were kind of easy to draw and they were kind of bogus at the time. But you would get them more with that spin move than you would actually get called for a charge. That's just one of them. That used to be cheesy. Not too long ago, I think last year, the double spin move, dunk, layup, cheese. I think that's been in the game the past 2 years. But they did take it out this year. Only thing I could really think that's cheesy this year is probably just, I don't really know what's really cheesy. And alley-oops, I think, are a little unrealistic, and maybe the blocks are, they happen too much. But that's not really cheesy, it's not like a cheesy move. The only thing I can think of that's kind of cheesy in this game is, the step backs, like the step back shots when people just push back on the left stick, and you instantly gain that little bit of space right in between. You just have enough time to get a open shot off before they could close out, or run inside the side. A lot of people do that with like 3-point shooters and stuff, and that's kind of annoying, because there's really nothing you can really do about it, especially if somebody's just running, back and forth, and then they lose you, and then they get an open shot. It's the only thing I can think of this year that's really cheesy. Last year they had I think it was like a fadeaway from like the corner, and fadeaway threes were like crazy, and I'm glad they fixed all that nonsense. And another one that I can think of, man, when people used to go baseline. I don't know what game it was in. I think maybe like 2K9, 2K10, something like that. People used to go baseline all the time and have like an easy dunk with like Kobe and stuff like that. That was another cheesy part of the game. When I'm saying about all these cheesy moves that used to be in the game and stuff, I'm not hating on cheesy moves, because at one point or another, I enjoy playing all the 2K games, and I love them in general. I'm just pointing out the obvious that, a lot of people who've been playing the game and stuff would obviously know, what I'm talking about. I've been playing 2K for a very long time, and since the first one came out, I wasn't on it right away. I'm not gonna lie, and I was playing it like that. I played it once in a while, but the one that I really started playing the most was probably 2K3 or 2K4 or something like that. As when I really got into it. It was like what was it? It was right before the 2K5 one. It was like ESPN or some crap they named it. I don't know. That's when I really started playing 2K a lot. I was still playing live at the time too. But yeah, man, that's when I really started to really get into the 2K series. Back on topic here though. More cheesy moves, man. There used to be a sliding glitch, like where people can adjust. I think it was the sliders or something like that. And maybe it's something different. I really don't know. I still don't know how to do it to this day. I don't remember what game it was in, but people literally could slide, and you couldn't bump them. You couldn't really defend them or anything like that. It was just a slide glitch. That's all it was. Your player wouldn't even move his feet. He didn't have to dribble or anything like that. He would just slide with the ball to the rim, and it's almost an easy and guaranteed bucket. But I played one dude, man, back then when that sliding glitch was full intact, And I used to be on the 2K sports forums all the time, man. There's like 2ksports.com or whatever it was. I used to be on there all the time, religiously, man, just talking, random stuff. But there was people on there, to run their mouth and say, they're good at this and they're good at that. So, I figured, why not challenge the guy who likes to glitch and cheese the most, And at that time, the guy's name was Playboy. It was play, and then the boy part was spelled, B, but the O was a Q, and it was Y. Playboy, that was his name. He had a little pink horse. I remember this to this day, man, because as his photo, I remember this because it was like the first time I actually beat like somebody who was really trying to glitch, and beat me. And I used my nets back then. I had like Josh Boone and Marcus Williams and shit like that. I mean, the team wasn't great or anything. But, I always stuck with my nets and stuff, man. But I ended up beating him. Unless, it's funny. I don't know. Maybe you guys can even Google Super Crazy M and Playboy, the O with a Q. And you guys might be able to see our conversation that we had. He was talking about one point, where he had to go take a shower because this is after the game in the sports forum. So he said, he had to go shower because his room was hot and, the game was intense. And I think it was like 2 overtimes or something like that, or overtime. I don't really remember exactly, but I ended up winning the game, I think, by like 2. It was a crazy, crazy game, man. It was fun, but it was just hilarious, man. It was fun as hell. Cheesy players, man, to use in the game, too. I can name a few off the top of my head, man, but Tracy McGrady and Yao Ming used to be a cheese fest together. T-Mac wouldn't really miss. Yao Ming was just crazy with Yao. Yao Ming, man, would just block everything. It was easy to score with Yao. That's why a lot of people want him back in the game. To be honest, I really want him back in the game myself because, getting Yao Ming would be badass. Especially for my team. That would be pretty sweet if they could do that. T-Mac, like I said back in the day, man, or whatever, a few years ago. Maybe it's like 2K9, 2K10. I don't really remember exactly, like I said before, guys. But there used to be a cheese fest to use them guys, man. Shannon Brown, when he was on the Cavaliers, used to be crazy too, man. You could just abuse people with these type of players. J.R. Smith a couple of years back with the Denver Nuggets was another cheesy player to use. When they had Iverson and Melo and J.R. Smith and Nene and Camby, they had a crazy team, man. And J.R. Smith, when he came in the game, man, it was like Cheese Fest City up in there. But, man, like I said before, man, I love all 2K games, man. I had a blast playing all of them. I can't really say anything negative. I'm just saying there's always been some sort of cheesy move in the game. Rather if I seen it or not, I've seen a good majority of the glitches in the game, man. And the game has definitely gotten better over the years, man, progressively. It's a good thing. It's definitely good to see, progress in a video game. And 2K has come a really, really long way. And, I'm appreciative, that they put so much time and effort into the game. All companies do, but a lot of them just mimic what they did the year before. And, you have to grow and build and start new modes and stuff like that, man. You can't just keep the same game because people are going to get bored of that stuff eventually. And they're just going to go on to something different. You have to keep them entertained. You got to keep them interested. You got to keep them motivated, wanting to play the game throughout the whole year, not just the first 3-4 months and then say, the hell with this. You got to keep people who will promote your game, man, who love it and will stick by your game regardless on what the hell is out there. Those are the type of games that you want to play. But yeah, man, I don't know. I'm just rambling on about just random stuff. But yeah, man, I just really wanted to just talk about cheesy stuff in general, man, that happens in the games. Does it happen now? Nah, not really, not as much, man. You get a few people who try, BS stuff here and there. But outside of that, man, it's a pretty well-running, game. The only thing I think that really needs improvement with this game right now is probably more body contact. I would say needs to be in the game, more contact in the paint and stuff like that. Better defense, like allow you to move around a little bit better on defense, just to make it a little bit harder. Defense is okay right now, but it's not the best. But, you know, it is what it is, guys. You know, like I said before, I'm just rambling on about some old random shit that doesn't have nothing to do with the video. But, yeah, man, I mean, that's where they can improve with the game. And I'm looking forward to next year's game, guys, in October. So, do me a favor, man. If you like the video, please like the video. If not, do what you do. Super Crazy M. I'm out. Peace.